Hello and welcome to the final part of Elite Force where we just, well, beat the game. Have a little Voyager destroying the Forge action here.
Impulse engines are at full power, Captain.
Why aren't they at red alert?
Pressing it, Mr. Paris.
Because. Beam straight to the bridge.
Has been destroyed.
We made it!
What about the other ships?
Some of them made it out. Captain,
The other ones we don't know.
Ethereans. They thank
really
us for
care.
our help and are back on their way to their new home.
Captain, I've got some readings on our position. We're still in the Delta Quadrant, but we're over 200 light years closer to the Alpha Quadrant.
So, we gained a few months. Not bad. Get us back on course for home, Mr. Paris.
Looks like your plan worked, Ensign.
Yes. Congratulations, Monroe. Good work.
Your performance was quite satisfactory. You appear to be injured. You should report to sickbay.
Yes, sir.
Tuvok concerned?
I
Alex,
don't believe it.
Telsia, hi.
penny for your thoughts?
What's a penny?
I don't know. Some old phrase I heard Paris say once.
No, at least they have
nice
that,
service.
because sometimes they do say some phrases that are from like the 21st
Yeah.
century or in 20th century,
Couldn't have helped
which
them
wouldn't make
more.
sense in that
did the
timeline
best you
of the
could.
24th century
They
because
knew the risks.
they're so far
They
ahead in
were
the future, and
professionals.
if they don't have them
I know,
anymore,
but
why would you know what they are?
When you disappeared,
So it's a nice little throwback saying like, when he says, "What's a
told
penny?"
myself
Because
the same thing.
at their time,
It didn't make me
what
feel
the
any
hell is a
better
penny?
either.
It's
Everything's all
just a matter
digital.
of time before people will wonder what they mean
Don't
by
live in the past,
rolling up
look
the
toward the
windows.
You
That's
have
true.
a bright future.
Do I?
Sure. Trust me.
Is this a private party, or can anyone join?
How
You're
you
about to
doing,
bang.
Monroe?
As good as can be expected, I guess.
Lieutenant Monroe?
Those
Yes,
tips
we got
suit you
promoted.
well, Lieutenant.
Thank you, sir.
You
Real
had
question
us
is, what the
worried
hell happened to
there.
Foster? You know, our commander, the
Mr.
guy we
Monroe
saved. Did he
disobeyed
just like,
orders and
was he like,
returned
"Fuck
aboard
this
the
shit, I'm
Station.
done"?
Sorry, sir. There was something I had to do.
We know, Lieutenant. We all saw the alien visions. You did what you had to do.
It was commendable. You were willing to sacrifice yourself for the whole.
As did the entire team. You all performed bravely.
The Hazard team has proven to be more valuable than we imagined. Starfleet just might adopt your idea when we get back, Tuvok.
Thank you, Captain. But I think Mr. Monroe is the one most responsible for the success of the team. It took some time, and not inconsiderable effort. But you have proven yourself to be an outstanding officer and a natural leader, as I always believed you would.
Thank you, sir. I was afraid you would think my decision was too impulsive.
Sometimes, Lieutenant, your gut instinct is better than what logic and procedure would suggest. Both are needed in a good leader. That is why I chose you to begin with.
Yes, sir. I understand.
Why, Tuvok? Is that a bit of pride I detect?
Surely, Captain. There is no cause to insult me.
Listen to that laughter. It's like they got everyone to the room and it's like, okay, just laugh. Because it sounds so out of place and weird.
I know, right?
So yes, this was Elite Force, and overall, it was interesting to talk over. Eric, what do you think overall?
I like this game. I mean, I remember when I first played it, and I was just like, "Yeah, I'm in the Star Trek universe with the Star Trek crew." And usually, when I play Star Trek games, I'm always looking for a spaceship game. Fly around, commanding the Enterprise or something like that. But this was one of the few shooter Star Treks out there, and that were good. The games to compare it to are like Armada, Bridge Commander, Starfleet Command, Starfleet Academy. So this was different, and I enjoyed it.
And saying it again for the for like now, does it bring nostalgic memories back? And what do you think of it seeing it again now?
Graphics are out of date.
But I mean, does it hold up though? I mean, do you remember like? And it's been a while since you've seen the story. Do you still think it's interesting or whatever?
Yeah, no, I enjoyed it. I thought it was interesting. See games like that with full cast from the TV show and a plot that develops like that. Usually it's just like with a shooter game, you know, this is your objective: run in and blow this up, or shoot this guy, or do this.
Okay. I thought Elite Force was pretty good. I was actually pleasantly surprised by how entertaining it was. Not because of it was a shooter, but because this game actually had a pretty engaging plot, and the level designs were pretty good. Some areas were kind of boring and kind of dragged out compared to others. The characters themselves were interesting. Some had a little more impact on you. You could technically take it that, you know, Rick, you know, Blissman, or Bisman, whatever, he kind of sticks with you a little bit more because of how, yeah, Bisman, of how goofy he is. And I think overall the dynamic between the made-up characters, like, you know, Monroe, and the actual characters, you know, like you know, Tuvok, Janeway, and all that, works very well, because they don't try to make Monroe too big of a person, but they also don't make him too insignificant that you feel like you're not doing anything. In terms of, like, even though the plot is good, some of the dialogue and the deliveries are very cheesy and corny. But I guess that's the spirit of the game. And but you know, the writing as a whole though is pretty good. It's solid. Not perfect though. There's some things I kind of think like some of the cheesiness they could have done away with. Some of the Shuhin Trek talk doesn't need to be there. But I think it's a good game, and you know, it has held up well. Maybe one day they'll get this game onto Steam so that everyone else can play it, so that you don't have to hunt for this game on, like, you know, Amazon or whatever. But overall, I thought it was very good.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah. Well, thank you for joining us. I'm Kurt.
And I'm Eric.
And we hope you all enjoyed this commentary, and we'll catch you all later.
Welcome to Voyager Elcar's menu system.